In today's letter, I'd like to really highlight for you and share with you that your emotions do matter. We live in such a fast-paced society and a very dismissive society, meaning it's all about that A to B to C. It's about getting ahead, it's about goals, it's about reaching the top. But all in all, when we are moving in those directions, moment to moment, minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day, you're having feelings, and those feelings are your emotions about how you are experiencing your reality and your environment, and those feelings matter. When you're with a partner who is not able to meet you in those emotional needs, be so aware of how you compensate, adjust, become agreeable, dismiss your own emotions for the sake of what? For the sake of love. You need to take a step back and really notice where you are playing second, where you disallow your own expression of your feelings. How many times have you been afraid to bring up something out of the fear of the reaction from the other person? Maybe your partner has been complaining and critical, dismissive, distant, and you long for more of that connection. Just know that is completely valid and allowed. And the journey is one of understanding that when you have the worth in and around yourself, and you've worked through some of the layers of your own pain and hurt, you'll come to a place of recognizing that you are who you are. And when you're with the right person, you are going to have that experience of being, in inverted commas, at home. It will flow. It will be easy. If you are ever having to sit back and contemplate and think and almost obsess about what the other person's doing or not doing, are they available, are they available, then you're not in a space to really be nourished and loved the way you are deserving to be. So please know that you matter and your emotions matter. A good way to start would be to journal and keep a track of what feelings and emotions you are having, and to validate yourself in that way, and to acknowledge your own emotions in that way, so that you get used to reflecting that back to yourself and honoring that part of yourself and taking time out. And this is what self-care is really about, that you can recognize that you're a human being, and again, through your environment and relationships, etc., you're going to feel certain feelings, and it's important to honor those because they matter. You matter. And in relationship, it's really key to be able to, in the beginning stages, if that's where you are, is find someone who's going to be able to reciprocate and exchange the experience of emotions, who's going to be there to be curious about what it is that you're feeling and what you're going through, and to hold that space for you so that you can express yourself. And take those risks in the beginning. Share, be vulnerable, and see what that person's response is like. If you walk away and you feel a bit more anxious or a bit more exposed or vulnerable, like there wasn't a completion in that conversation, there's fear to bring it back up again, etc., then you know you're with the wrong person. Why? Because you matter. And it's important that you're with the right person. If you're in a longer term relationship and you're finding that this is a pattern where your emotional needs are not being met, there's ways to start to communicate in a way that will start to hopefully help that person become more responsive. There's other people that you can share some of your emotions with, but again, most importantly, is for you to recognize that it matters, so make the time for yourself to honor your emotions. When you're expressing yourself emotionally in this freedom, as men, I can tell you that we, from a conscious place, will honor that and do our best to be present with you in that. So please do bring that. Thank you for listening and for sharing today's letter.